G'day YouTube and welcome to Greer's Great Aussie Adventures. We are Ray, Em and Isabel. We've been travelling Australia since 2018. We've just decided to leave the van and do our trip in the Jeep series. Alright guys, so we've just pulled up here at the Ward River. I'm not actually going to say where we are.
No, because unfortunately due to a friend we've been given a bit of privy information.
Secret squirrel business.
I will tell you that if you do look up Wiki Camps, there is a camp on the Ward River.
The back. It's pretty windy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There is a camp on the Ward River that you can go to down near the boat ramp.
Yeah, the public spot.
Yep.
Yeah, we just did some local intel. But so we should have a couple of nights here, nice, quiet, to ourselves.
Hopefully so far there is no one else here.
Finally,
and it's a Saturday.
Another place to ourselves.
Yeah.
But we're literally right on the water's edge. But it's time to get set up.
Yeah.
Weekend, so Israel's got no school. There's no signal here.
No, it's fantastic,
So
right?
we're 100% off the radar, and it's going to be awesome. We might even get to have a campfire here.
Yeah, well.
Because we don't have a fire pit anymore. I gave that to a unfortunate young couple a few months ago now.
Yeah.
We met them and they were sort of on their down and out. And they didn't have much stuff, so I gave them a barbecue plate, fire pit, and that. So we'll make a fire in the ground. Looks like other people have been doing it. So
yeah, we've got a little bit of timber there, so
we'll do it. We might have to move the car forward a bit. We haven't got much room behind us here. But we'll get into place, set up, and then see what's going to happen here. Oh, so it's been a beautiful day, guys. Been so relaxing. We actually chilled out massively. I actually had a kip. Em had a bit of a read. She's got a prickle. We just went firewood gathering. And she's got a prickle in her finger.
It's not the end of the world. I don't have a problem with prickles, but the most frustrating thing is it's tiny as and it's in my right hand. Now, I'm right-handed. Really,
I can't see.
Really struggling with the control of the left hand, and Isabel, well...
I'm not going to give her a needle.
You know, she's, it's not her strong suit, really.
So
I'm just persevering over here by myself.
That's our afternoon. Em's going to be trying to get a prickle out of her hand.
Considering it's so simple, if it was in my left, it would have just been like, yoink, and it's out. But shaky left hand.
So Isabel's been keeping the fire going. We went for a bit of a walk. This top road goes along. We got no idea how far it actually goes along, but we walked for about 1 kilometre, and there's some awesome camp spots along here. So Isabel kept the fire going. Well, ish. Yeah. We just went and got a heap of more little wood. We got a decent one there to burn for a little while anyway. But sun's going down, so we should get a really nice sunset over the creek here, or river. Ward River. So, have a nice fire tonight. Dinner's nothing special. Just leftover, well, not leftovers, but when we hook up a spaghetti bog, it usually does us 3 nights. So we just grab one of them out of the freezer. So we've got spag for dinner. By the fire on the bank of the Ward. It'd be nice to have something awesome on the bank of the river like this. But this is an absolutely beautiful spot we've been loving today. But the flies are very invasive. You got it yet?
No, I don't got it.
She still don't got it, guys. But yeah, so we'll have a nice chill. If the sunset does turn out as good as I can imagine, I'll give you a look. But Em was trying to catch on the camera earlier, but the camera went flat and then it got scared away. But I didn't know what it was, did we?
absolutely no idea what kind of bird that was.
Some decent sized bird swooped down,
Big black and white one, long
got a
bill.
fish out of the river and then sat on the branch just near our camp.
And you could see him like catching the fish. You could see the silver like flipping around in his beak. It was so cool.
But by the time she got the camera out, something had scared it off and then the camera went flat. Because we're really, really good at charging batteries.
Nailed it. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back this afternoon or in the morning.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
But if not, we saw it. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But we'll chill here. We don't know if we're going to stay here 2 nights. Have to just wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see what the morning brings.
We do want to make Blackall by Thursday. Thursday. That's, it's only a couple hundred Ks. That's no big feat, but we don't want to miss anything. We want to stay everywhere we can in between. So if a couple of one-nighters mean we get to see everything, well then, one night as it is. Like set up and pack up's about 5 minutes, if that. So it's not the end of the world by setting up for one night.
No.
And I'd rather do one-nighters than drive past something and then regret it. Whereas if we have to sleep and stop every 20 or 30 Ks, and that's what happens. Well, that's what has been happening. Anyway, it took us about a week and a half to get from Roma to Charleville. Yeah. That's awesome, mate. But we didn't miss anything. We stayed in every town. Pretty well. We literally did. Yeah, stayed in every town. Every town you were able to. Like some of the towns that are labelled towns. They're not actually a settlement anymore. It's a building or it's a sign. So everything that was a fledgling township we stayed in. Yeah. I am thinking about doing another full walk around on the car now that it's completely finished. If anyone's interested in that, just because when we did the canopy reveal, there was a lot that we still hadn't got done. Still didn't have the windows, the whole There's still some stuff like the drawers and the roof vents we haven't got done, but by the time we get that video done, the roof vent will probably be done. We just got to wait till we get back to the coast. Yeah, for caravan shops. Yes, but I do want to do another build video on the whole car, a whole walk around on it, because the amount of questions we get asked, the amount of people walk up, I just want to do an actual really good in-depth video on everything. That way, not to be rude, but that way I can just say to people, look, go and watch the video and you'll get to see everything, because standing there chattering and nattering, you end up forgetting a lot of things and that. Yeah. But looks like the fire's out because there's smoke everywhere. Oh, I reckon it'll be out. You still going? My stick is set on fire. Your fire stoker set on fire? Yeah. Well, it means your stokers, you got to use a green stick for a fire stoker. I forgot our shovel. I left our shovel back at the caravan, so luckily when we hit the coast we're going to be coming into Gladstone again because everyone wants to see little nephew one more time before we head off again for a long time. So we're going to come in through Gladstone again, which means we're right near Bundy, so we can go and get our shovel. We've got to drop some stuff off at the van that we forgot to. What? It's smoking. Still going, smouldering. Yeah. It's still going, that's the main thing. So yeah, if you're in the Mitchell area, not Mitchell, where are we? Charleville. If you're in the Charleville area, I'd definitely recommend to come to the Ord River camping. We haven't actually seen the boat ramp camp, but I imagine it's if you look at the pictures, it's literally just like this. Yeah, quite similar, and it's beautiful. We did have people kayak up the river before again for a paddle. They must have gone a long way. Like they went past for an hour, 2 hours. It took somewhere between an hour to 2 hours. And the boat ramp camp, I reckon it'd be another 2K that way. So they would have got. It's at least. They went for a big paddle, bloody big paddle. Yeah, but it's easy going. Like it's not rapids or it's just, huge currents. There's a bit of a run out there, but it's not much. It's not going to send you backwards down the river. It has sun. I reckon it's going to look pretty good out there. Yeah, hopefully behind those trees. Found 2 things today. Found. What did we say it was? I'd say that's off the end of a fishing rod, like a nibble bell. We're just going to call it Isabel's cat bell. You can tell where she is now. And found a Australian Stockman's Hall of Fame badge. Yeah, badge, a hat badge. Which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, the little clip on the back's broken, but the badge is still good. Yeah, just found it on the ground. Matching shirt. Yeah, matches the shirt she's got. But yeah, so we'll chill out. Wait for this sunset. I'd love to set the camera up on the tripod. Oh, but we don't have it. And catch a time lapse of it, but we don't have it. So. You won't see it. No. Oh well, it's an excuse to come back out here, right? Yeah, again. Well, we do want to do the other loop. So
Yeah,
we will
so
be
we've
back
got to
there
come
then.
back through here at some point. We do want to go out through Quilpie and...
Yeah, when we come back from Birdsville in a couple of years, I think we'll go that way. Which
Yeah.
means we're back here anyway.
What a shame.
Yes. So we'll go and have a chill. Like I said, dinner's nothing special.
No,
Right.
just
Just some leftover spaghetti,
shit.
garlic in the oven, garlic bread.
Garlic bread. We might
Not going to put
garlic
garlic in
on
the
bread.
oven.
We're not going to
garlic
roast
bread.
the garlic.
I tell you what, if anyone hasn't got one of those oh God, my
Travel
speech
buddies.
today. Travel buddies with 12-volt ovens. I don't know why you
know.
don't. I don't know why it took us this long to get one. We have used it at least once a day since we brought it. Like,
Most days, twice a day.
yeah, like we use it for obviously like we have chicken tenders, chicken salad and lunch, or whatever for lunch, and we use it every day for that. We got and make a big batch of quiches in the freezer, so I just grab them out. We can chuck them in. We use that every day. When we have curry, we reheated the naan bread in there. That was perfect.
Sketty nights, we put the garlic
Garlic
bread in
bread,
there.
garlic cooks garlic bread made
Beautifully.
perfectly.
1 hour, set the timer for 1 hour, throw
Yeah.
in the frozen garlic bread.
And it is perfect.
Perfect.
But yeah, I definitely, if you haven't got one, try and fit one because they're incredible.
Yeah.
We've never, I've never really looked what amps it draws.
No.
God knows, like it doesn't matter. We use it at
the-
night, morning, day, doesn't matter.
The instructions say 8 amps, but
Yeah, I've never seen it pull 8 though. They
no,
might.
it's always been less. Maybe
Yeah.
on its initial heat up or something. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know,
might, but we've never did the whole only use it while we're driving, and like we use it at night.
no,
Doesn't matter.
it's whenever.
The flyers are hectic.
Yeah, they're a bit rough, but that's all right.
But it is heating up. Like today was 26.
26.
Yesterday was 20. Apparently by midweek,
27.
27. So start cooking again. And the nights are supposed to get up double digits again,
I
which will be
know.
awesome.
That's very, very exciting.
Double digits again.
No more
But-
frost.
Yeah, that was no more frost would be bloody good.
Yeah.
But- We'll go and have a chill and watch the sun go down. I'll give you the look if it turns out awesome. All right, guys. So we just spent the last 2 days, wasn't it?
2 days.
2 days in Augathella.
Oh, can I interrupt? There's a kangaroo just out there.
Hanging on a jumperoo out there somewhere.
Oh.
But yeah, we just spent 2 days there. We've had some real shit weather, a bit rainy and that, so we just thought we'd hide out there. There's a great donation rest area in Augathella. Hot showers, toilets, massive area, water, walk path along the river, literally in town.
Yeah.
It's across the road from the pub and the cafe, all that sort of stuff. So it's a really good little spot to hide out for the rain. But we've just rocked up at Tambo because obviously tonight we've got the Tambo chicken races. She's not even listening.
Yeah, sorry. Just
which-
realised the water point is across the road. I should have called it.
But we're just sitting here now because Em's mum's about to ring. She's at JB with our GoPro, sorting all that out. So
Yeah, so we're just...
filling in time until that phone call. But yeah, so we've got the chicken races tonight, chicken races tomorrow night.
Yeah, 7 days a week, guys, at 5 p.m.
And we got the Tambo teddy bear.
Tambo Teddies.
Tambo teddies. We're going to check that out. And apparently there is a pie shop here. So
Yeah, beside the pub.
The pie hole?
It's literally called Pie
the
Hole.
pie hole. So
P-I-H-O-L-E,
obviously
Pie Hole.
I didn't have breakfast this morning because I'm having a pie. So I'll definitely let you know what that's like. But
On their flyer for the pie shop, it involved homemade pies. Made
well, it's a
baby.
pie shop, so they'd want to be homemade pies.
Yeah, but they're made.
You're not going to have a pie shop with Mrs. Max pies.
Well, you know.
You never know. But yeah, so we'll sit here and fill in the time.
Yep, literally any minute.
That is an amazingly shit road from
Especially the
Augathella to like
side.
until you hit Welcome to the Central Outback.
It's probably half
There's a
of
big
it.
sign there, which is about half it. The road's horrible. It's
It's real bad. And
But
then it gets better the
we don't got a
closer to
caravan
the-
no more, so who cares?
No, it really doesn't bother
Watching
you that
watching
much.
some of those caravans along that road, God, they're getting a good suspension work out. They were just
Yeah.
all over the place.
It looked like it was rough, and it's one of those cases where I really understand that they were sitting on that 85-90
Yeah.
because it looked like
was
one hell
ridiculous.
of a ride. What did I say in the car? Don't need to go to a rodeo, just go
Yeah,
to Tambo.
let's go to town. Tambo, yeah.
Tambo.
So
It was rough.
we'll sit here, see what happens with JB. Hopefully they're just going to swap our camera,
Yeah.
and then we'll head into town and get a pie. Actually, we're going to get water first.
We gotta go in there and get
Because
water first.
the area here's got no showers, toilets or anything, so I've got to go fill
Yeah,
up with water.
it's just sort of a bush camp.
So, we'll see you in a sec. Alright. So we just tried the pie shop. So, Tambo's pie hole. Pie hole. The first time around, I grabbed the curry pie legs. Em actually just pointed out, so if we ever do a review on a bakery, it's not a one-off. If we like it, we'll go back over and over, try all different things before we give you guys an honest review.
Gotta be sure to be sure.
So the first time around, I got the curry pie, and it was absolutely amazing. It would be the best curry pie I've ever had. Obviously just store-bought pastry, but the filling was 10 out of 10. It was amazing. Temperature was perfect. My second pie, I got the pepper steak, and it would be one of the worst pies I've ever had. It was a bit watery. You wouldn't even know it had pepper in it.
It had an odd flavour to it.
Odd flavour.
Sort of.
It was not actually much flavouring or seasoning in it at all.
Yeah, it was different.
And yeah, fell apart in my hands. But if you're coming through, make sure you get a curry pie. 100% on the curry pie.
Or 100% on the
Cheese bacon.
chunky steak, cheese and bacon. There was no real mince meat in that pie.
No,
it was
chunky.
all
like shredded
chunks,
beef, pulled beef.
and then yeah, the shredded bits of beef, loads
And it was
of cheese,
amazing. It was
bacon.
really good.
If it was the only pie I'd had from here, I would have said
Yeah.
I would have put it at tie number 1.
Yeah, it was
with
insane.
the Tinsmith Cottage, but
But they are actually like $7.50 was the pepper pie. Like
it ranges from $7 to $7.50 for a pie.
Yeah,
I mean, they
they're
are pricey.
very pricey.
It's all right if it was like our first round. That was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
And then the pepper one let it out. They do a bangers and maris that I want to try, but now I'm
Chicken
sort
and
of.
bacon. They've got a few different flavours in there, but
Whereas
again,
now I've got a bit of a bad taste in my mouth after the shit one. So
and like I said, Troy, when you're putting $7.50 a pop for a pie to get
Yeah.
like another shit one, it's
it does dishearten you a bit.
it feels
But-
like a waste of money.
Yeah,
Like
but the curry one, definitely, if you're coming through Tambo, get the curry or the cheese and bacon. They were amazing.
fantastic pies.
But Isabel grabbed a bit of chocolate cake from the cafe
Yeah, next door.
next door. I reckon it was good.
Oh, yeah.
Did you even save me any?
You didn't ask for any.
She didn't save me any.
But we're doing laundry, just over at the laundromat, and then we're going to go to camp and hang all that up. We'll let that dry and do some chores today, and then we'll head off for a walk and explore tomorrow. So, we'll have a look around. Alright, so we just pulled up here at the Stubby Bend Free Camp at Tambo. We just did all our washing and that sort of stuff. It's not a bad little spot. You're literally right on. Is there water in there?
Oh yeah, there is brown.
Oh, look at that. There's water in there. We've got another little dam that side.
Yeah, literally just there.
And it's quite a. It's really windy, but it goes way down there. It's actually quite a big area. Nice place to chill out for the day till the chicken races tonight. And I'm guessing it's going to be chill out tomorrow for the chicken races tomorrow. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go for a proper walk through town tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. We'll go into town. It's 1.7k from town.
I think it would technically. I think it would be a bit quicker.
I
But
don't know if they can see you.
They can.
Oh, look at that.
There's currently roadwork, so you've got a detour out around. So you're
Yeah.
going around the loop rather than the straight through.
Yeah.
So I reckon you'd be able to cut a bit off of that when the
Yeah.
roadworks is
But
finished.
the chicken races being at night,
It's probably a bit far.
and Em reckons she struggles walking me around in the dark, especially places like this where there's no street lights and that.
Yeah, it was enough of a mission at Charleville when we went to the pub for pizza dinner.
So
It was a bit.
we'll
rough,
probably
and
end up
we had
looking. They
streetlights.
do have a courtesy bus.
Yeah, so I'll give them a bit call. Sorry, let's try that again.
Yeah,
I'll give them a call a bit later on and just see how that works, like in regards to getting picked up and dropped
Dropped
home, like
off.
whether it's certain times that it.
otherwise we'll just
Does
drive
it,
in.
Otherwise, yeah, we will.
The
Pack
races
up
are what?
and-
5, 6.
At 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
So it would be nice to get there a little bit before, so
Before,
we can
yeah.
suss
It
out
only has
exactly
one
where
race
it
a day,
is.
so if you miss it, that's it till
That's
next
it.
day.
Because obviously you're not going to run the poor little chickens
Yeah.
all night.
And the other reason we chilled out at Augathella for a couple of days is I'd done my back in, so that's the reason main reason we're not walking into town. Even tomorrow, to go gallivanting around town, we'll drive
Could
in.
be drive in.
Because the 4k walk with my back the way it is at present, it's
probably
just going to be...
So that's why, like, rewind. That's why there's no real video footage of Augathella, but I'll throw in a few
Yeah,
photos.
put in a
at the
few
top
photos
of this.
here of what she did take when her and Isabel
Yeah,
went for a
Isabel
little
and I
walk.
went for a little bit of a walk. Cool little bits of history that we came across. Some awesome old buildings.
It was awesome that Stockman's tree not stockmen, outlaws tree, bush rangers.
The
Two brothers.
Kenneth brothers.
That's where they used to hitch their horse up because it's only like 2 blocks away from the pub, so it was a good place for them to hide.
1 block away from the pub where they carried out all their business.
Yeah.
But they were also very infamous for stealing horses.
So the tree, they literally have pretty much made the road go around the tree instead of knocking the tree down.
I think if you search, I found a little bit of information on Google, the tree is actually, don't quote me here, I might have this wrong, but it's not heritage listed, but they're not allowed to
knock it down,
demolish the tree. The tree
but it's
must
awesome murals and that there. It's a nice, beautiful little town. Definitely worth a stop.
Not that I remember to take a photo of it, but I'm pretty sure it's the original little police station. Tiny little house with the old jail cells out the back.
And the church is how it was 100 years ago.
Yep, it's just been repainted.
The prisoners from Charleville, the low-risk prisoners, come out and do the mowing and the painting and all that at the church to keep it all up to scratch. But that was Augathella. I laid in bed for the whole day trying to rest my back.
Yep.
And it seemed to have worked so far. I can walk again, which is awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, so we'll chill out here today. Chicken race tonight. Teddy shop tomorrow.
Yep, and a walk through town. Oh, you've chopped my head off,
well, I don't know what I'm doing actually.
Oh, wow, there's stuff going on.
It's windy as, so the audio could be stuffed. If it is, you aren't going to see this bit.
Yeah, and it's not that windy in town.
No,
it's
really open out here, so you get a lot of wind.
There's nothing stopping the breeze. There's no hills. There's no.
But it's perfect for the washing. The washing will dry.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to be chopping my head off again. World record time for the washing today. I think it's in the sun and it's blowing a gale.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so we'll go out tonight to the chicken races and give you a look at that. All right, guys. So change of plan. We're off for a drive to look around town. Washing's all dried and we ended up with let's say a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, that's probably the politest words I could use.
This ground is massive. Like, I don't know, this would be probably 20 acres, 25 acres, somewhere there. And
even
and it's
creek frontage, there's other spots.
There's like three vans here. And they parked, I estimate, between 3 and 4 metres from our ensuite tent. So the fact, even when I stood there taking a leak, I could literally, because they were facing us, if I could see, I could stand there looking at them while I was taking a leak. But anyway, so we're going off to town. We're going to have a look around, and we'll finish the day at the chicken races, and then we'll go from there. But they do a courtesy bus out here.
Picks you up at 4:15?
Yeah, 4:15. You stand out the front of your van at the free camp, and they'll pick you up, and they come back from 7 o'clock.
From 7 p.m.
So we were going to do that, but we'll end up just driving over there now, and we'll
even up here, like all this here that you can probably
this is all
you can't
camping.
see anything behind me, but
yeah, but all out there.
This is all camping. Like, it's not creek front, but it's still all camping. Like,
it's a massive camper. It's huge, and yeah. Well, some people like to stay close, but we'll go and have a look around and see what we find in town.
Yes, we got $5. We got $10. We got $10 here, ladies and gentlemen. Do we hear 15? We got $10 here. We got 15 down the end there. Do I hear 20? We got $20 here. We got 25. We got 30. We got $35 here. Do I hear 40? We got $35 here, late gents. Do I hear 40? We have $35. Do I hear 40? Going once, twice. We got 40. Do we hear 40? We got 45. Do we hear 50? We got $45 here, late gents. Do I hear 50? We got $45 going once, twice. Sold! Oh, sorry, you're going to be quicker. On number 1 here at Chicken Racing in Tambo, as we turn the corner. We've got a bit of a traffic jam for the first time this year. Here we go. Who have we got? We got Pink Bits. We got number 2, ladies and gents. We got Barcaldine PLUS. We got the Hulk doing a bit of cheating. That's okay. Number 2, ladies and gents. We got Pink Bits in Barcaldine PLUS there as well.
They are really hard to grab.
Halfway there. 2 laps to go. We've got Sparkle. She's puffed. But she's hanging around that finish line. Here we go, we're on the final lap. If you've got a chicken, cheer her home.
Hey, we got chicken!
It's going to be close.
All right, so we just got home from our little town journey.
Yep.
We ended up coming back out here. Whoa.
I don't know what that's doing.
We ended up coming back
Did I hook it up right?
I think so. We came back out to the free camp we're at. It's not really much busier than we were. We just found another spot. But literally on the water's edge still.
Yeah,
The water's right there. Yes, we're facing the wrong way for the sun and for the view, but it's getting late, so we want to cook tea. But as for the chicken races, what do we reckon?
Wow. Okay, I know you're like cutting my head off. They can hear me, but no. Like, okay, I'm shorter than you.
Oh, okay, that way?
Yeah, that
There
way.
we go.
So I know.
You don't have to yell.
I know it's obviously like a showy thing he does.
Oh, he's a very sharp.
He's a great showman.
Yeah,
Like,
showmanship's awesome.
It's fantastic. Can you tilt it down a little further?
That way?
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
If you can put all that aside and just enjoy the actual entertainment value that it offers, it is fantastic.
And some big money gets bid on the chooks.
I think the cheapest chook was like 50
$50.
bucks or
I think the
something.
dearest one was 130.
140 bucks.
So the way it works, it's all a fundraiser, and you buy the chook. So it has a bit of an auction, goes around each chook, auctions it off.
Introduces the ladies, as
Yes,
he calls them.
auctions them off, and then that goes to the Windmill Foundation.
Yep.
So awesome little thing. Does, like I said, his
It is
showmanship's incredible. Like, he really gets the crowd going.
So what did he say? Whoever's chook, if your chook wins, you win 50% of
What the
the
donation was.
total donation
So
tally.
the winner tonight won $325.
Yep, and the Windmill Foundation got 325 bucks.
Yep, so which is awesome.
It goes 50-50.
But yeah, we didn't bid on anything. Isabel wanted to, but
Well, I had every intentions, but I didn't realise, like, most chooks were fetching around $100. I was
Yeah.
thinking, 30, 40 bucks maybe.
yeah, but yeah.
As soon as, it started out all sweet and innocent at $5, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, next chook I'll put my hand up, and then every chook skyrocketed to $100.
It's awesome that
and I'm
people
like,
get into the spirit, and there was considering it's all tourists and travellers doing it.
It was great to see people, like, there was the favourite, I guess you'd call her, the Baku Blue. She started her
Can we
bid at
just pause for a second? You're yelling. Like, I think everyone here can hear you. Like, really loud. Okay, yep.
I don't know what I'm saying now.
So yeah, it's really good that the tourists and it's pretty much all tourists and travellers and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so it's good to see people get into it, hey?
Yeah. And what was the favourite?
The Baku Blue.
Baku Blue was the favourite. So they dip them all in food colouring, basically. I think you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's like a food colouring bath, wash,
Yeah.
massage,
So-
whatever you want to call it, that they get every
They get it all in there.
4 weeks.
But yeah, around town was pretty cool. We went and looked at that old fire engine. That was a pretty cool story behind that. Basically, one of the things I remember was it was that unreliable that one of the properties actually burnt down before it got there because they couldn't get it to run. Not a real good fire truck.
No.
Should have brought a Jeep, see? But yeah, no, it was really cool. Good little town. what's the town called again?
Tambo.
Tambo teddies. Em absolutely loved them. Isabel was a little bit blown away by them.
Yeah, they are absolutely beautiful. Again, one of those things, you know, one of the cheaper teddies were 120 bucks.
Yeah,
So
but she's making them in store right in front of you out of 100% wool.
she's sitting at the sewing machine sewing up the
Yeah,
bases
incredibly
of the
made.
teddies, and they are beautiful. And then the problem would be just choosing if you're going to spend that $100.
Which one?
Yeah.
And then what to do with it? Because most teddies end up going in the back of a cupboard. But
That's it. And you would be too scared to use it.
or
that
give it to a
would,
kid, yeah.
Like deteriorate or, you know.
Where'd she go? Fall in the creek?
She's at the front of the car.
No, righto.
Yeah, they were gorgeous, and 100% they would be worth every cent you pay for them. They
Yeah.
are just
They're amazingly
beautiful, just beautiful. And it's not just teddies. There's goats and dogs, and
Yeah. That were the other things that were at the chicken races. They got a goat and a sheep there. The goat was pretty cool. I think he was a bit
he's
bored.
loads of fun.
He was like ramming the fence and ramming my foot, so I was having a bit of a play with him. But we're going to get in now, have some
we'll
dinner,
get some grub sorted out.
and head on tomorrow to somewhere between here. And we don't have to be till Blackall until Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so the cattle sales are on Thursday. What are we doing in Blackall? We've got the cattle sales and the bull scour. So we'll sit here. Beautiful sunset straight out there.
Yeah, he's nice.
Actually, we've got one more thing. We're going to do the Qantas crash site tomorrow too.
Yeah, so we're going to go on the
It's only 1.2k walk or something.
Coolabah walk.
Yeah, so we'll go check that out in the morning. But
yeah, hopefully.
take yous along with us in case it's something pretty cool to look at.
Hopefully.
But we're going to eat some tea.
Well, we're going to go finish cooking some tea and then eat it.
Finish cooking tea. Then eat it. Then we'll watch a movie. We just got started on a new series on Netflix, so we might go and binge a bit of that. So see you in the morning.
Give it up, we can work it out. You can move around and I'll quiet down. Give it up, we can work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out. Give it up, we can work it out. You can move your mouth and I'll make the sounds. Give it up, we can work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out. You held my hand, said I was better, took me to bed, then called your mother. Give it up, we can work it out. You can take it all, I won't make it sound. Give it up, we can work it out. We can work it out. We can work it. Tell me what you want. I'll be anything you need.
Alright, so as we said, first thing we did was bakery. It is morning tea time, so you know it's justified.
It was
guys.
justified.
It's justified. Alright, what do we say about bakery?
You can go first.
I got my back up pretty much straight away because we had said that we just had pies at Tambo,
Yep.
at the pub there, and she sort of got her back up a little bit and said basically, oh, they won't be any good, they'll be packet pies, you won't get good pies there. And I said, well, they weren't packet pies, they're actually homemade. And she goes, oh, they're not bakery pies. So I proceeded to tell her that a lot of really good pies are actually from servos and cafes, not just bakeries. But anyway, moving on to her pies. Temperature, perfect. I got a chunky pepper. The beef was a little chewy, but the flavour was beautiful, really peppery. You could definitely tell it was a pepper pie. But it was weird. The pastry was almost sweet, and it was a really crumbly pastry, almost like it would be better for an apple pie. But yeah, so price-wise, it was pretty normal.
Yeah, well, we got all three things for $15.
Yeah, so normal price. Isabel
around
got a
$5
sausage
or
roll.
$7 each.
What do you reckon of the sausage roll?
I wouldn't get it again.
You wouldn't get another one? I had a bite of the sausage roll. It literally just tasted like sausage mince that they hadn't even tried. Pastry was really good on the sausage roll though. Like, it was really flaky. It was nice. And you got the vanilla slice.
I did get the vanilla slice. Alright, so hang on. I'll pull over for a second because I'm trying to find where we're going. Right, so the vanilla slice, let me just say, I mean, I've thrown vanilla slices in the bin before, but I wouldn't throw that one in the bin, but
It wasn't the best.
I wouldn't be racing back to get another one
Yeah.
even while we're here, put
Yeah.
it that way. The custard was really nice in it, nice and thick, but The pastry, it's not soggy, but I don't know, it wasn't,
Didn't have layers or anything.
I don't know,
to
it wasn't nice pastry, and the icing was almost tasteless with like a buttload of nutmeg on the top. I've never had nutmeg on the top of it before, and it kind of overpowered everything
Like,
else. But
As for the pie, like I would get another one if we ever came through town again, but I wouldn't race back on this trip and get another one,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Like it wasn't to the stage where I'd throw it in the bin, but it wasn't the stage I'd race back today and get another one.
yeah, and I mean, so much of the stuff did. I mean, it looked alright, the cakes and all
Yeah.
that other stuff, but again, you know, it's probably around $10 for a cake, and then you're stuck with this whole cake if it's no good.
Yeah,
so
so-
I don't try not to buy cakes too
But
often.
any bakeries that watch our videos, if you're a baker at a bakery, just please note that just because a place isn't a bakery doesn't mean they don't have good pies or homemade pies.
That's right.
Anyone can make a pie, not just bakeries. You guys need to remember that, and don't have a go at the little people for giving it a go.
Yep, and anyone else out there, if you've got any bakery recommendations
Yeah,
or
if
something
anyone's
that
got
you've
any-
been that
yeah.
you think would stack up to our pretty high standard
Yeah,
for
like
pies.
we'll always be telling you
Say it.
guys where we're going. So if you know of a bakery ahead of where we are,
Yeah.
that's really good, and we're keen to go there.
Yep, for sure.
Or if you're a bakery shop and you want to set the challenge and try and see if you can tease my taste buds, then
impress Ray.
we'll
He's
give
pretty,
it a go. I'm pretty
hard
picky
to
on my
impress.
pies. So obviously, we've had a bloody lot of pies. But we'll head on now. Where are we off to now? The Black Stump.
The Black Stump, it's just across the road, so I'll just turn around. I found it. I'll just do a
We'll just
U-turn and we'll
do a
park up
U-turn.
in front of it.
We just did while we're doing it. We were telling where we just were. I forgot to get the phone out, but Em did get some photos that she'll put in.
Yeah.
We just went and visited the elephant, the Blackall elephant. It's because what was the brother's name?
The Perry Brothers.
Perry Brothers Circus basically started here. So the elephant's a tribute to them, and it's a full life size. So, are they going to make it?
I just got beat to the punch.
Isabel sort of had a good spin out of the size of an elephant. She underestimated how big they are.
Yeah, because it's a life-size statue.
Life-size
I
replica
thought
of
they
it.
were like about my height.
Yeah, a baby one. But we'll go have a look at this Black Stump, and then head out to the cattle sales.
Yep.
So see you soon. Right, so we've pulled up at the Blackall cattle sales yard. They're just loading the truck out the front here now. Not sure if this one's as big a touristy thing as the Roma one. The Roma one is really good, but we'll go inside and have a look. Alright, so she got to watch one of the trucks get loaded. You actually missed that part at the Roma one.
Yeah.
You don't actually get to see them get loaded, so she got to see that. There's not many cows here, most of the pens are actually empty.
Yeah, we weren't expecting.
I wasn't expecting much because there's
Like
only
it was in
very
Roma,
small
like-
sales yards. But we caught the tail end of it.
Yeah.
He's off now. It's windy as, so the audio is probably ruined. But we'll go fill in a bit of time now before the steam-powered wool scour.
Scour.
So we'll go check that out. We're booked in there at 11:30, so go fill in a bit of time. All right, so wool scour's all done. I walked out after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Basically because it's not what I thought it was. I don't know whether it's our fault that we didn't look into it more, or it's the way it's advertised and worded, maybe.
Yeah, it could very well lay on me. Maybe there is something on the website that.
But either way, I thought it was still a steam-operated wool scour, because that's the way it was portrayed. But it is nothing of the kind. The bit of the wool scour that they do turn on to show you is actually powered by electricity. And the little old steam engine is powered by an electric steamed boiler, electrically powered, so it's not running on fire anymore. And the steam engine doesn't actually power anything, it just turns the flywheel, and the second people start looking away, he turns it off. It's just a push button thing, they turn it on and off. Yeah. So I walked out a bit disgusted in that, and I thought in the 5-10 minutes I was in there, the tour guide was just atrocious. And then Em and Isabel did stay for it.
We did stay. You want to tip it down a tiny bit, you cut Isabel's head off.
There we go.
Look, we did stay for it more just because it was the fact we'd driven
Paid
all
for
the
it.
way out here. We'd paid for it. We just thought, oh, we'll stick it out.
But they did come out pretty underwhelmed as well.
Yeah, I mean, okay, cool that they've restored
The actual-
it
yeah.
and they show you
So
how it
that's-
works and the difference between
Don't get
the
us wrong
two.
in that. It is insane that it's still here and it's been
Yep,
so well looked after.
100%. But
But their biggest complaint is basically the tour guide.
Yeah,
The
like-
same thing as we had at Qantas, where they just kept pushing you along.
yeah.
Wouldn't let them
Granted,
stop and read stuff.
This probably wasn't as pushy as the Qantas
But the
one,
fact that they
but
walked past a plaque that was in
Told
there,
not to
just a
read
sec, pushed past a plaque and told not to read it, keep walking. That's not a real good sign. All right, what do you want to say?
His name was Ian.
Okay,
Do
Ian.
you want to move over? She's not in the picture again.
And then one of the parts I was standing at, Em actually had a really good view of the wool scourer, and he told her to move that she wouldn't be able to see it from there. Now, no one can tell someone how they can see. Like, Em could
What they
see
can
the
or can't
place,
see.
see what she needed to see fine, and see
we
it really
were,
well.
We were happy with our view, and as was the lady beside me.
But he was quite rude and
made everyone
insistent,
move
telling them
around
they had to
and-
move, which, we've been here, we've tried it, we
We've
saw
done
it.
it, we saw
She's
it.
seen a wool scourer now. But yeah, don't come here thinking that it's operating on steam. Do not think that. It is nothing like it.
Yeah.
But we'll go out to our farm stay. We're actually doing a farm stay.
I know.
I think it's our first
one.
And
So
they actually
hopefully
have
it's good.
animals. And maybe, just maybe, I might see my first camel. What's
We're
up?
hoping.
Well, the other day at the day use area in Tambo, me and Mum
Yeah.
saw 3 camels.
Camels in a transporter truck.
They saw camels there. But we'll go out and check out this farm stay and give you a look when we get there. All right, guys. So
We're back in town.
back in town. Another letdown for Blackall.
I know, it's not doing
Um,
very good at the moment, is it?
We just went out to the farm stay, and the write-up on it is really misleading. So they got camels and donkeys and horses, all that sort of stuff.
Goats, all
You
the
can do a
rigmarole.
full farm tour where they go out to an old Cobb and Co place and that sort of stuff for $10 per person, $5 for
$5
kids.
for kids, so that's an extra
But
$25.
They do not tell you that you can't even see the animals unless you pay for the farm visit.
Yeah.
So it is $20 a night, unpowered. Plus, it would cost us $25 to go and see the animals.
Yeah, so $45 a
So,
night.
which means that you only get to see the animals once
Yep, while you were out
for $25.
on the tour.
And to me, that's just very misleading, false advertising. I don't appreciate that at all. We went there for the sheer fact that we thought $20 a night, unpowered.
Farm stay, and we thought
Farm stay, we'll go and pat some animals, feed
You
some
know,
animals. I get to
if-
see a camel, Isabel gets to see a donkey.
if Ray got sick of it and Isabel and I wanted to sit
I could
there
go
and
back
keep
to the
doing
car.
it, he could. The only thing we pretty well had free reign access to was some baby goats, but they
Yeah.
have just come off the bottle. That's why they are
Down
right
the
there,
front.
right there.
But as for the free camp side of it, it was just a big open field, showers, toilets, wash machines, but it is all generator run. You do have to start the generator yourself if you want to do washing and that sort of thing.
Yep. So it's not a big generator. It's like a little Honda gen
Yeah,
set.
it's just in the middle of the campground. But yeah, bit
I
disappointed.
mean, I can see where they're trying to go with it.
But they need to have, if you're going to advertise with a farm stay and in the advertising list all the animals, then those animals need to be accessible without paying a further $10 per person just to see them.
Yeah, or it needs to state that it, in the main write-up, it needs to state that.
Yeah, you don't get to see it. But, I'm going to talk to these people that are talking about the Jeep, and I'll see you soon. All right, guys. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell by film quality or sound quality or what.
I think you'll tell.
You'll be able to tell. But we have our camera back. We have a new GoPro.
For now.
So, that was sitting in Barcaldine waiting for us. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much.
Got there yesterday. We picked it up this morning.
So, we've obviously left Blackall.
Yes.
We actually left Blackall straight away. Since the last little check-in with you guys, we pretty well left straight away. We stayed just outside of Barcaldine last night, just at a rest area. The free camp in town was
chockers, to say the least.
Chockers. Literally not even a place to park.
No.
Even if there was, we wouldn't have stopped there.
Except in the...
Okay, rephrase that. There's places other people would have parked.
Yeah.
But not us.
Yep.
But 5k out of town, there's an awesome little spot. Actually had toilets, water, everything, but we had it to ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
It's completely empty. So we chilled there for the night, got the camera this morning. Now, original plan was we were going to go to Longreach, do the Pioneer,
the Outback Pioneers experience, everything they had to offer.
But in sitting down and actually looking into it, which we don't normally do, but we did.
Yeah.
The paddle steamer ride, the only reason I wanted to go on the paddle steamer was to have a good look at the steamer and how it all worked and all that sort of thing. But looking into it, it's actually a nighttime sunset tour that you have dinner and everything. It's the only way to go on it. We had no interest in doing the dinner. And being nighttime, I wouldn't have got to see anything.
That's right.
So that was basically a complete waste of money for us. So we scratched that. The station visit, we were only going to do that because it was a part of the package. We didn't really have any interest in anything on it.
It was cheaper
to
pay for all of three than to do things individually.
Basically, we scratched that.
We scratched that one too. Because, I mean, it would have been cool, but is it worth $125 each?
Yeah.
Probably not.
So then all that left was the coach ride, the horse-drawn coach ride. Basically, all we wanted to do on that was the coach ride itself, which is a very small portion. The rest of it is
there's an Outback movie,
a little show thing,
a saddlebag lunch, and an old-time tent show. Morning tea, sorry, not even saddlebag lunch. It's a saddlebag morning tea.
Basically, all of that we had no interest in.
So again, is it worth?
We couldn't justify the price of it just to go in the carriage.
Short carriage
So we did some into Googling. And Em found some really, really good opportunities that she can go in an old coach.
Basically, I found one in every single state.
Yeah, that checks all of the boxes that we would want to do.
One particular in Brisbane and one particular in Tassie that really checked
and there's
the
one
boxes.
in South Australia that you can go through the vineyards and everything. And
all through the Adelaide Hills.
We have the whole stagecoach to ourselves. You book the whole coach and you can just do the carriage ride. You don't have to do any of the other touristy stuff. So no,
it's literally hire for 45 minutes and they take you on a tour through the Adelaide Hills for 45 minutes.
So basically we found a lot better options for the money that checked the boxes that we wanted to do. Like I said, everyone's experiences and what everyone wants to do is different. But for us, these other ones check all the boxes. The long reach ones didn't. Yeah. So basically we came into Barcaldine, we had to anyway because that's where our camera was, and instead of going up to Longreach and back, we have headed south. We were going to do the Aramac loop.
We've headed southeast.
Southeast. We were going to do the Aramac loop.
Oh, but again.
But that was a case of, all of that is purely for Em. I don't see any of it until we get home and look at photos, which I can look at photos anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think 300 kilometers of driving, you end up back where you started. There's 40 sculptures, and I think for us it'd get pretty repetitive.
Especially like, not that I'm putting it on her. It was my decision as well. But like, there was 140 kilometers of road that was unsealed. So most people know the slower you go on corrugated dirt roads,
the worse
it is. You've got to go slow-ish to see the sculpture.
It'll just be a lot of stop-starting, and I think after the first 10 or so, you'd end up just
I think all three
driving
of us
past them, ticking off that you saw it, would just get bored.
I think all three of us would get sick of it at the end of it. And then, you know, you got to weigh up, is it worth the time, the fuel, the effort?
Just to get ticked off.
Just to go out there and say we've done it.
Considering the bad taste we've had in our mouth from the last few days, so... Yeah,
so moving forward from this point, the money is going in the fuel tank, and we're going to go places.
But really look at stuff before we go and do it.
Well, that too.
Really look into it. Call them up, ask every bit of stupid information that we want to make sure we can validate doing it. Because it's not the money. It's not a case of whether it's expensive or it's cheap. It's a case of, is it worth it? Your time.
It's the crappy feeling that you get really excited about something and then you walk out and you're feeling...
What's she doing? Feeding her face?
She's feeding her face, probably in the background. She's been eating it. You would have seen that in the background.
It's nothing worse than feeling like shit after you do something.
Considering it was such a down day for everybody, it put all three of us in a down mood yesterday, which then it causes you to be shitty at each other when you're not actually shitty at each other. It's just
a situation.
Everyone was at a low point because nothing panned out the way it was meant to yesterday. I will bring up too,
with that Blackall steam-powered wall scourer, it wasn't just us. There was, what did we work out, 7 people walked out of the tour that we were on alone.
Yeah.
It started with 35 and ended with 28 people. And one of those couples I did hear having quite a heated discussion with each other about looking into things better because it's portrayed that it is still steam run.
Can I just say, I did read their website.
Today?
Well, yesterday even. I read it before we went there. I read it yesterday after we'd been there, and nowhere really on the website did I see where it says it does run or it doesn't run. It's very vague.
Very vague, very misleading.
It's very vague.
And when it comes down to the fact that he actually told us at the start of it, for the last few weeks, the little steam engine hasn't even run. It hadn't even been running. So when we rang up a week ago and booked it, it wasn't even working.
Yeah, so that wasn't said to us on the phone either. So
I was very pissed off yesterday about that whole experience. And then the farm stay just put it over the top. Because same thing, it's advertised as a farm stay with all of these animals. It doesn't say...
lists, they have this, and this. It doesn't actually say in the main description that you can go on a tour. That was actually in a review, that there was a tour.
In the main thing,
say what you could see on the tour as such. But again, nothing physically said
that you can
or you can't access the animals. It was only upon speaking to the caretaker.
Once we got there.
We'd already made the decision to drive out there, and then speaking to the caretaker, my husband takes you on the tour to various, historic locations on the property. He'll take you via the animals, and that pricked my ears straight away. Excuse me? And I said, so you don't see the animals from here? No. Just the baby goats that have weaned off the bottom.
So unless you pay $10 per person for one visit, you don't even see the animals.
And for someone like me, I'd like to spend several hours there.
I'd just sit in the car and she'd go play with the animals. That's just how it goes. That's how we do it.
To have to pay for at least probably 4 or 5 tour trips out, that's $50 just for me to get an animal fix, plus our $20, let alone if Isabel wanted to come with me too.
It should be a case of if you do the farm stay, you see the animals. If you don't do the farm stay, you pay the extra to see the animal. For our first experience at a farm stay,
it crashed and burned so bad.
So hard and so fast.
But we will give others a try. We will just be those pain in the ass people on the end of the phone though that are asking
everything, questions
that the people are probably going, why the hell are they asking this? If you're one of those people that happen to come across this video in the future, well, now you know. We just want to make sure we fully understand what we're walking into. Easy mistake to make.
From this point, we find the weather's warmed up. It has warmed up, so we finally get to go Fraser. It's felt like we've been waiting forever.
That's not too far away now. We've got our dates booked.
We're here at Alpha. Look at the black clouds out there. We're leaving.
They're not that black.
Oh, they're black to me. We're leaving here at Alpha, and then we're going to go see Bub again.
Yep, we're going to take a new route
Yeah, go through.
from Emerald.
If there's anything
to
through there, we'll do a
Seabubby.
video, but if not, the next video will be getting ready for Fraser and heading over to Fraser Island.
Yeah.
But we'll go through, we'll see Bub. Got a couple of little things we want to do on the Jeep. We did find out how to solve the condensation issue, and that's by opening the windows. So we're going to put some roof hatches in sooner rather than later and get our Siroccos.
So one person, out of everyone we've spoken to, one person provided us a suggestion that was in Mungalala of ventilation.
That was Damon.
Damon, yep, said
Yeah, the
you
bloke
need to
at the
ventilate
kangaroo rescue place. And he actually gave us a horn too. The horn's on there now.
Yeah,
So we got a little toot toot horn on the Jeep.
You guys, if you're watching this,
Thank you.
it works a treat.
We put the horn on at
where
the
was
place
that?
before Blackall.
It was Tambo.
Tambo. Put the horn on there. So we got a horn again. Little toot toot horn on there.
Yep.
And then we'll get the roof hatches as soon as we get to the coast and get our bloody Siroccos in, because it was 18 degrees last night and I was struggling.
Oh, mania.
But we'll get our Siroccos in there. But like I said, if there's anything new, anything
Between
good
now
on this
and then.
next stretch, then we'll do a video. But if not, it'll be, next one will be Fraser, which I feel there's a lot of hype for Fraser Island, and I know for a fact we're going to be a little bit let down because it is so commercialised, and like I grew up on the beach and our own beach, so
I'm not sure it's our thing, but we've got to go
Tick it
there
off.
to say we've done it before we
the
can
only
say
way,
we didn't like it.
The only way we'll say whether we like something or didn't like it is by doing it.
it,
I'm not going
right?
to read something and say if it's shit. So
That's
we'll
it.
go over. We'll spend a week over there. Ken's going to come down. Hope
Yeah.
that wind's not stuffing the mic.
No,
But
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's
Ken's
not
going
that
to come
crazy.
down, so we're going to go over there for a week-ish, maybe a little
Thereabouts.
more. I was actually trying to con him last night into maybe extending and going to Morton as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
So God knows what. And yeah, everyone
see.
knows how we
You
do
know
things. The only thing set in stone right now is we're going to Fraser, and then after that we just start heading south and follow the weather.
Yeah.
Finally do what travellers do and follow the weather. Unfortunately, that does mean following the people.
We're gonna stick it out this time and not bail as soon as it gets a bit busy.
Yeah, so.
We're actually gonna work
But-
on that one.
Thought we'd sit down and have a ramble and tell everyone what's going on and why we're here and what happened and why.
Yeah, why you aren't gonna see what we told you a video 2, 3 ago, whatever it was.
So the basically the whole gist of the last 3 videos was to come back out, do the Warrego again, see the wall scours and go to Longreach. Well, the wall scours were shit. Longreach was not going to happen because when we looked into it, it's not worth it. So basically we just redid the Warrego.
Yeah.
And we got a new camera. We had to come over to the Lansbury to get the camera.
Yeah.
So that works out.
But on the flip side, how much fun did we have from Bundy to Charleville?
Yeah, Tambo.
Oh, and then up to Tambo. It all went shit
Em and
once
Isabel had a ball at Tambo. We went back the second night too, guys, for the chicken races, and she had a go at bidding on a chook. See, the first, so the run of it's really, you can't guess how much the chooks are going to go for. So the first night we were there, they were ranged from $50 to $140 per chook. So we thought, a little bit steep for us. Second night, first chook went for what? $10. $15. I said, damn right, I bid on whichever one you want.
We looked at each other like, oh my God. And then the second chook went for $20. And I looked at Ray like, can I bid on a chicken?
So I
like
said, go for it. I said,
I'll buy a chicken for $20.
I said, but set yourself a budget and go for a chook. And then everyone from then on went for like $50 and over.
I should have bid on like
cheap
the
one.
least successful
It didn't win
chickens.
anyway.
I mean, they didn't win,
The dearest
but,
one won.
you know, it would have been cool to say we had a chicken and we should have stayed one more night. If we'd have stayed, then maybe we would have prolonged.
But you know, the next night they could have been deeper pocketed people.
I know.
But so the way it worked, it was awesome. So the first night, the winner won, I think it was $325. And the second night, the winner won $220 because you win half of the pool and the second half goes to the charity.
Yeah.
But each one, first night they spent, I think it was $80 on the chook. Second night they spent $120 on the chook.
Yeah, $120 on the chook.
So.
And they won 2. They made $100.
So that's pretty good.
And if you don't happen to win, hey, you're helping out sick kids in the outback.
Yeah.
So
I definitely recommend, even if you can't travel and you can't get out, jump on YouTube and search it.
Apparently there's heaps of videos on YouTube, Facebook. Hey, there'll be a clip in this video that you can look at too.
Internationally famous.
Yeah.
Because I think we're the only weird country that raise chickens and sheep and
the
yabbies.
whole night is a lot of fun. Like,
yeah,
it is a lot of fun.
It's worth going that way. Like if you, okay, it's not worth driving 2,500 Ks for it.
If you happen
But
to already be
if you're
going
if you're
out
out
here
west
to
and you're looking for somewhere to go,
Barcaldine or Charleville, if you're at either end of it, definitely go through. Like the Tambo teddies are amazing to check out. The butcher shop in Tambo
yeah, it's incredible.
is amazing.
Yeah,
you must
really,
get
really
the
good.
cabana.
Yeah, the chili cabana, yeah.
The smoked ham is probably the nicest
Yeah,
ham
it's
I've
really
had in a
good.
very
Ham
long
off the
time.
bone too.
And the lady herself at the butcher shop is just fantastic to have a chat to. And then yeah, the Tambo teddies.
And they do offer, like I said, they do offer the free camp just out of town. They got a courtesy
Yep.
bus, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good reasons to stop over in Tambo, and it's
That's
still
a rally
pretty...
driving caravan. You should have seen him coming.
Whoa.
He come in flying. Anyway,
Yeah, Tambo, it's still really
It was
a
a great
nice,
town.
humble country town.
it hasn't been glorified and commercialised and done
No.
up, so that's a really good
No,
thing.
and the people are still what you expect to find when you come out this way. So that
Yeah,
was
there's
great.
still a lot of original born and bred people there, which is really good.
Yep.
But
Anyway, we've
We'll
probably
see where we
rambled
end
on
up.
long enough.
before anyone tunes out and gets bored, we just wanted to say
Yeah, I think we've been talking for too long
you didn't
now.
skip ahead in the video. It's just this is where we are now.
Yep, you didn't miss anything.
No. But don't forget to like the video, liked it, comment below, do all that normal
Yeah,
stuff,
shoot us
subscribe,
any messages
and any
or
messages,
questions, whatever.
yeah, feel free to shoot us a message.
Yeah.
But we'll see you somewhere along the road because we don't even know where we'll be.
Nah.
So see you there.